So the one thing about Region 5 is they're very persistent. I think we received the most nominations for this next winner. I don't know if there was a campaign, was there like was there a strategy, like you just get them all in there? No, I'm just joking. But Jenny Gino is very well known in Region 5 and in fact all across the state with Hemlock Semiconductor. Rich Van Tol from Region 5 is going to introduce Hemlock and Jenny Gino.
Real quick, everybody raise your phones up. I know everybody in the room has a phone. And Jenny knows where I'm going with this. So in terms of domestic production of computer chip and computer chip technology, particularly the ingredients that go into your computer chips like silicon, those are manufactured, most of it domestically is manufactured right here in Michigan, and more specifically a lot of it right in the Great Lakes Bay region. Hemlock Semiconductor has gone through a couple iterations of expansion. They're now up to 1,600 employees. And as they go through this significant workforce expansion, obviously they need talent. And so I know Jenny leans into this on for a number of different reasons. One is that she's just very passionate about this work, about early childhood. I've known Jenny for quite some time. And moreover, they need talent, and they need it not just today, but they need it tomorrow. So real quick, Jenny's on our Region 5 Regional Child Care Coalition. She's always trying to help us to think better, innovate better, to really lead some of these conversations around early childhood, whether it's childhood tax credits or My Tri-Share. Soon, Hemlock Semiconductor is going to be launching a Care Share. And so I can't think, and I don't think collectively Region 5 could think, or maybe Michigan couldn't think of a better organization, a better company, and frankly, a better individual to present this award to than Jenny Gino.
It is really pretty. Well, thank you for getting me misty. It's an honor to be here with all of you. This work is important to me. My background is actually in education. Then I was recruited to come to Hemlock Semiconductor, where I now serve as the Talent Pathways and Career Readiness leader. And so I got into this work simply because we received a CHIPS grant, and childcare was part of that. And when I got on board, my boss, Barb Metcalf, who is our CHRO, had said, now we're going to be working on childcare. And so I raised my hand and I said, can I please help? Having an education background, I know a little something about that. And she's like, sure. And the company has really afforded me the ability to lead that for our company. And how special is that? I told you he got me misty. At the end of the day, the company has always been committed to eradicating barriers for people. And so Hemlock's work in this space definitely predated my employment there. We work with a company in the community that works directly, one-to-one with individuals that have barriers for coming to work. Childcare was one of the biggest. So Hemlock was one of the early adopters in the pilot program of Tri-Share. The unfortunate thing is that we weren't able to qualify very many of our employees. As Rich said, we have 1,600 now, and we had 4 at one point that qualified. I think we've maybe qualified 1 or 2 more since the increase in May, so we continue to advocate for increasing the federal poverty limit. And that's why we continue to look for other ways to support our employees. We are starting an employee, my boss likes ERG terminology, so Employee Resource Group, but really it's a Child Care Advisory Committee. Like, what else do you need? How else can we support you? We're a 24/7 operation. We need all kinds of care. So we're committing a good sum of money to investing in some of our local providers that are willing to do that. We need the extended before and after school care. We need the drop-in care, all of those things that are really challenging for providers. And it's our commitment to invest in our local providers to make all of these things happen. We have a pretty good voice across the U.S. because we are a U.S. manufacturing company, as Rich said, one of 6 in the world that do what we do, the only one in North America. And so we use our voices wherever we can to try to advocate, and particularly here in Michigan, for expanded funding that will help to support our employees. Because it takes a village, as many of you have already said. Our intention is if we can help move this work forward in some fashion so everybody benefits, at the end of the day, it's our kids that'll benefit. Sorry. So thank you very much. It's my honor to be here. Thank you.